The United States is preparing to send troops and weapons to the Ukrainian border, and the war industry couldn't be happier, even though almost 70% of the American public say it's a mistake. Farron Cousins from Trial Lawyer Magazine joins me to talk about it right now. Wow, all the big corporate media, their celebration. I mean, they love big profits that come from war death, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
We saw it with Iraq. You remember MSNBC and CNN had these big maps on the floor, and we're going to send our troops here and there. It was glorious, just glorious day. You know, this same thing's happening here, isn't it?
It is. You know, it's almost just like history repeats itself over and over again. You see CNN out there pushing this, the tensions between the United States and Russia, and is Russia going to invade Ukraine? And Ukraine is actually telling the U.S., like, we don't need you here. We don't want you here. Ukraine, of course, they announced, we want to beef up our military by about 100,000 people. But last we heard, they're telling the U.S., stop. But the U.S. is doing what they do. They want these tensions to ramp up, and it's because the people behind the curtain want it to ramp up. It's big bucks.
Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, this is big money for them. This is their heyday. We're going to, it's interesting. Watch CNN or watch MSNBC where McDonnell Douglas comes on or whatever. And you're going to, why are they advertising? Why is that being advertised? Am I going to go buy a F-35 or maybe a launcher for missile launcher? They're doing it so these folks will jump behind the war effort. They'll give them a call. It's important we do this story. How many more generals do you think we're going to see on TV that are war hawks wanting to get us in not just Russia, Yemen and China, anywhere they can start a fight, man? That's big business, isn't it?
It really is, and we are seeing this fevered pitch happening right now. They are starting more and more to include China in this. And, you talk about these commercials. Think about it, too. You also have those big commercials from GE where they're building the jet engines there. And why are you advertising that on CNN? We're not buying jet engines from you. Well, they know that. They're buying loyalty from the networks. You're not going to go out there and criticize these companies who are all on record right here talking about wanting to push for basically global destabilization because it's good for profits.
Well, we've got a $750 billion Pentagon budget. They got to spend it somewhere. And you know what really is the most aggravating thing to me is these aren't their kids. It's not their daughter or their son or their father or wife that are going off to get killed. It's somebody else. So this is easy for CNN and MSNBC. CNN has to do this. You realize the last numbers I saw were somewhere between 500 and 600,000 viewers in prime time. Now, what do you do about that? Well, it's like Pulitzer thought about. Start a war. Gin up a war. War is always good for the media, and all of these folks that are they don't watch anything but MSNBC, they don't watch anything but CNN because of their politics, or Fox News because that's their politics. They see this day and night. We have to go to war. So you got Yemen. This is the choices. This is kind of the choices where these war pigs, I hate to even be war hawks, they're war pigs. Yemen, North Korea, China, Russia. I mean, they've got this great choice list here. We can start a war somewhere, can't we?
Right. And what's interesting too here, recently you had Northrop Grumman CEO Kathy Warden, who comes out there and says, we expect to continue in those businesses, talking about defense contracting, because we believe that they actually promote global human rights proliferation, not contrary. So she thinks we're out there pushing these weapons because it's for human rights. Yeah. We're doing this out of the goodness of our heart, she says, because we care about people so much that we want to kill them and make money off killing them.
Well, actually, they're bragging. You understand? These folks are actually bragging in the money circles. They're bragging, hey, we see a lot of opportunity. Those are the words they're using. We see opportunity here for your shares to grow. How sick does it get? I mean, really.